Storywind.
And we are going to continue our talk on the expansion known as Legion, if you didn't already know. And so, yeah, we're just playing with our blood elves right now in the Playlands.
Yeah, so we were talking about the expansion. One of the things that kind of stood out to me that I am really intrigued about is the legendary items that you get, which I'm a big fan also of Lord of the Rings Online, and they've had legendary items, weapons for a couple years now, and I'm really curious what they're going to do here with legendary items. What's your thought? What do you think they might be planning
Um, well, I know there was something about using, I believe, artifacts. I don't remember if they're going to do anything, if they said anything about incorporating artifacts into weapons.
Yeah, when they talk about, you're right. I remember that there's one arc I read about that each class has a very specific artifact that they can acquire, uh, I'm going to call it a rumor because I just read it from another blogger that supposedly those artifacts can be customized.
Yeah, it sounds like it, and there's also with the more on the legendary weapons that um, I don't remember how it was said that they could be acquired. I believe, or at least I heard that that it might be like, what was it? It was something. I feel like that you couldn't like collect these weapons and you couldn't buy them in the auction house. That it was through, I believe, like PvP or something, but I don't exactly remember.
Oh, okay. That'd be interesting if that's the case, if it's PvP. I mean, I also heard that, or what read about was that they're going to have two sets of skill trees, one for PvP, one for PvE. And I think the one for PvP, because there's like you can now even the playing field, so more character classes could play a competitive role in PvP because usually like the druid is, for example, is considered one of the top, um, the feral druid's one of the top ones to use in a PvP environment.
And I occasionally, I haven't for a while now, but I used to like very often would just go and try do battlegrounds. I wasn't very good because I was usually the lowest level there, and they were like all like at maxed out, and then some were like in the middle. So I obviously would be like the first one to die, but it was really fun.
That dude, I hate when higher level characters come in and just kill them off when you're in the middle of it.
Yeah, except when you're that higher level.
Except for when you're, yeah, exactly.
Which that's me a lot of times on my other levels, that I'll just go into like lower level areas and I'll just like, and I won't be like killing them off just to annoy someone. Like I'll be doing it like to get quests because like whether I'm trying to like collect gold to get something, or just so that can collect gold to just have gold in case something comes up and like, ooh, I want that.
Yeah, and I'll sometimes when I do that, if I mean I try to go someplace isolated, but if I can't because there's other people there, I'll try to invite them, or if they ask to join me, I'll do that so they can get, because I know they're just trying to get through quickly because they're lower level, it takes them longer. I mean, I think that's an important etiquette. You kind of help others as someone might help you.
Yeah. Oh, I have another play count.
All right, I've got one here too. But yeah, so another thing that is going on with this is that I didn't realize there's an extra character slot that you get.
Yeah, I haven't filled up all my character slots that I currently have right now, but it definitely would be helpful in case.
Oh yeah, well I have, so I'm gonna need that. Okay, I gotta find some food here to eat. Let me see if I've got something.
I have 198 pumpkin. harvest pumpkin things. Do you want some of those?
Yeah, that'd be great if I could have some
Okay,
because
where you at? There you are. Hold on. Let me just.
I am.
Mm,
I have no food.
Um,
Not very smart on my
what am I looking
part.
for? There we go. Okay, don't move. And I will give you.
Yeah, and so the other thing, that thank you. Oh, the other thing that is pretty cool is that how like at the last expansion, you got your own keep that you had to build up, which I have to say at first was really annoying, and I saw that there's been comments about how it was annoying because we couldn't play together because you're in your own separate keep and the layers makes you invisible, and it was just a real pain. But one of the things they have is like you can develop followers who help do quests for you. And now what's supposed to happen is you can actually bring some of their followers to help you on your own quests, especially like if you're soloing. So I think that would be, if that's the case, that should be really a cool help, especially for like the squishy spell users that I have. I mean, I started playing a Death Knight because it was just nice to have something you could actually stand up for a change and not die 5 times to finish a quest, which is what I usually do with my mage.
I played my Death Knight so much, like that became my main, and then after a while I started playing my Hunter because my Hunter was stuck at level like 46. And it was like, well, there's no point in playing my Hunter because I'm not gonna get anywhere, even with my pet. I felt like that I would need help with it. But after the last expansion, or no, not the last, the pre-purchase expansion, that's what I mean, came out, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna upgrade my Hunter because I originally was going to upgrade this character, but then I decided, I'm like, you know what? I want to upgrade my Hunter because I don't want to deal with it anymore, and so yeah, I upgraded my Hunter, and now my Hunter's level 100, which is nice. So now I have two characters, one of which I did actually level up all the way from 55 or whatever to 100, and the other one I just got
Yeah,
no.
that's one of the things I learned was that if you do that boost to 100th level, that you want to make sure that you're at least 60th level before you do that. Because if you do that after at 60, then you get all your bonuses um, around like first aid. They max you out, and then if you do some of the other, like I think cooking is also the same thing. Which is if you do the boost, say like at 20th level, 40th level, you do not get that bonus. So that's always an important thing.
I'm ready. Are you done?
Ready? Yep. We're about to turn in that quest.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, the horse.
Stealthy. I can get this out. No.
I know I can. All right. Brace ya. That's one of the things I like about WoW is the closest I mean, like Lotra, but WoW is really a beautiful environment, and it's so open-ended.
And I like that it's always changing and that they're making like new places that you can go to, and there's like new like races that you can like meet and get reputation, get like even cooler mounts than you already have, and you can basically bragging rights, be like, oh look at this, I have this mount, you don't have it.
Yeah.
And then it makes them be like, oh, I want that mount. How do you get that? And then if there are vice versa, and if you're nice enough, or if they're nice enough, they'll tell you, and sometimes they'll just ignore you and go on your way. But either way.
Okay. Well, I think that that's about all we have for this segment.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. There will be more.
Yeah, more. We might be talking about some other topics, but I think we kind of hit, some of the core things about if you get the expansion, if you pre-order it, there's lots of valuable pieces to grab and use for that. and we hope you'll come back and learn more of some of the things that we've been delving into because we've been trying to do a lot of research about this to see what's coming. I'm excited about it. Are you excited about it?
Yeah, and also, of course, make sure I didn't say this in the last part, but also make sure to subscribe to my channel for more gaming videos like this, and also subscribe to Stormwind's channel, which I will leave a link in the description for that, because he also makes videos that started the channel. So yeah, and I'll leave links to all that good stuff in the channel, and hope you guys come back for more.
Yeah.
And bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Get on solar.